Subscribe, please.
I so want Pirate Leader.
Well, you told me to guess a person, to guess specifics, and there's a skull and a crossbones on the front of it, and I don't want to guess anything else.
That's cute. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. That's
good.
But seriously, like, as soon as you said that, I wanted to take my phone out and email DVG and be like, oh my God, she had a great idea. Pirate Leader. Make it now. I want Pirate Leader. Because I can imagine them having the displays and cannonballs and everything. Oh, it would be so awesome. So yeah, they should definitely do that.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Gimpys Gal guesses. It's been a really long time. We've been crazy busy. I would show you my side view here of just boxes upon boxes. So we've been super busy, but this game came in, and let me tell you, before I even get into what it is, Gimpy was so excited that this one came in. He's been talking about it and getting requests for it for days. Well, he's been waiting for it longer than days, but he's been getting a lot of requests. This is by Dan Verson Games, or DVG. The wonderful people who sent me my glitter airplanes, my custom glitter airplanes for my birthday a couple months back. And this is called Corsair Leader, the World War II Pacific Theater solitaire game. So obviously it's a solitaire. That's all I can tell from the front. It has something to do with planes. There's lots of blue. I don't know if blue is for the people involved in it, or if it's, I don't know. But we're gonna guess this game. So make sure, by the way, guys, that you're subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and subscribe. And if you like this, at the end of the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I feel stupid asking people to like a video before you've even watched it. So watch the video, and then if you like it, give us a thumbs up so we know that you still enjoy these. But let's just jump into this. So this is the front of the box, and in this box is chock full of stuff. I thought he ordered some type of lifting weights, because when the box came in, it was so heavy. I couldn't imagine a game being in the contents, but that's what was in it. Just this box, and it is so heavy, and it is literally to the brim full of stuff. So here is the front of the box. I'm gonna look at the back while you're admiring the front. It says, flying is hours of boredom sprinkled, like that word, with a few seconds of sheer terror. Gregory Pappy Boyington, which I've heard of. It says USMC, so he was a Marine. I know I've heard Pappy before, so obviously he's like a well-known Marine. On the back we have some examples of gameplay. It looks like we have some counters, and then we have some cards, and then it says Corsair Leader places you in command of a U.S. Navy or a U.S. Marine squadron. So right there, I shouldn't have read that, because it just told us what you're doing. You're going to be in charge of Navy or Marine. Let's just look at the contents, and I'm not going to read anything else on the back because it may give everything away. So game components, you get 400 plus full color cards, 9 full color counter sheets, 1 20 by 15 mounted display, 15 full color campaigns, carrier operations sheet, an airfield operations sheet, Black Sheep Squadron sheet. That's kind of a tongue twister. Black Sheep Squadron sheet. See? Let's try to say it 5 times fast. Black Sheep Squadron sheet. Black Sheep Squadron sheet. See? That's a tongue twister. 4 full color help sheets, 2 10-sided dice, 1 player log sheet, and a full color rules booklet. It says, obviously it's a solitaire game, 30 minutes per mission, and complexity is low to moderate. So it sounds like something that is a fairly quick play, and it sounds like it's pretty easy to play. A lot of these games, through watching Gimpy play or hearing him talk about them or hearing other people talk about them, if I ever say like, oh, it looks easy or it looks simple, or if the complexity says, oh, it's a low complexity, it doesn't mean that it's like a dumbed down game. Sometimes these games can be super quick to learn and easy to learn, but take a lot to master. So that's probably what's going on with this one. But yeah, it says game scale is operational. So I don't know what that means, but that is what's on the back. And here is the back of the box for you. I would hold it up, but it's very heavy. And I'm having some shoulder problems today, so I don't want to damage my shoulders more by lifting this heavy ass box. So here is the front. Let's try to get all of this. I mean, it's literally to the top. You can see this is the top. It's overflowing with stuff. There's so much stuff in here. So So let's grab these out. Here's some booklets here. The display. Another display. Here's the counters, which there are quite a few counters. We have these log sheets. So much stuff in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, there's that. And then we have all of these cards. Oh cool, there's like a little patch in there. This is on the back. I'll show you, I already showed you the back. This patch was on the back, but you actually get it in the box. That's really cool. I guess it's just for like a memorabilia piece. It's just for decoration or show. Maybe it comes into play in the game. I don't know, but pretty cool. I'm gonna put that on. Bring it over here. I'm gonna do a wardrobe change really quick because I keep forgetting that the lovely Mo from Mo's Game Table sent this to me for my birthday. I was very spoiled for my 30th. DVG sent me custom glitter planes. Mo sent me my own Firefly hat. So I'm gonna rock it today in honor of Mo. He had surgery recently and he's still just badass as ever. So Mo, if you're watching this, you are our hero. So here are the cards, and then here's the two 10-sided die. Two 10-sided die, you've seen them before. They're white, they look the same. I just dropped cards on the floor. Just found something on the floor. Oh, that's just trash. Okay. Woo! So here's the cards. Let's let these over here. We'll look at those at the end with the counters because there's so many of each of those things. So let's grab everything else out really quick. Okay. I'm trying to, when I say there's so much stuff in this box, it's not exaggerating. You can see how many things are in this box, and I really love this. I wish I could pin it on. Boop. All right, so here is the rule booklet. It is pretty long, 35 pages it looks like. Yeah, so let's just skim through it really quickly to see if we can figure anything out from here. It is a color rule booklet, which some games give you black and white. DVG is all about the color and glitter, apparently, because as I said, for my birthday, I got my glitter planes. They're already packed up though, because you know, we don't want to leave them behind in the big move. So they've already been packed away, but I love them and I can't wait for us to get settled so we can start playing with them. All right, so I just saw sequence of play. So let's just look at this because this doesn't always give me any real indication of how to play. It just tells me like what to do. So we have pre-flight. It says you draw your target cards, select a card, determine. I'm not gonna read through everything. It says pre-flight and then there's five things listed. Target bound flight and then 6 things listed. Over target resolution, and then it says 5 times in parentheses. Some more things, homebound flight and debriefing. So that's a sequence of play and all the things that you do during each of those phases. I assume that's what those are. And let's see, it looks like there is a display. Let's go ahead and grab that out because obviously there's a ton of cards. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decks of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 8 decks of cards. And there's all of these sheets of counters. But there is a display, so it's not just a card game because there is this mounted display that comes with it. Let's see if this will give us any idea. Okay, so this looks like, it says tactical display on it. We do have some places here, nice and organized for the cards to go while you're playing. And then it has that sequence of play over here, which is really cool to have that on the board. And then the board looks like this. So we have target card, which is another area for a card to go in the center. And this deck is called the target card deck. So I guess one of these will go there. And that must be your target. You're trying to maybe beat them, defeat them, take them down. But your target card will go in the center here. And then it just says center area, south approach, pre-approach, west approach, north approach, and east approach. So this is where you're flying in this area and your target is here and you're moving around the board and shooting things at this thing. And that's how you play the game. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great night. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, that's honestly my guess as I'm seeing this is like, you're gonna fly around. And if I had my glitter planes out, I would do a demonstration with them. Just around and try to sneak up on the target card and take them out. I don't know. But anyway, that's what the display is for. So then we have a dogfight. So you're also dogfighting, which I thought was illegal, but maybe because this took place in World War II, things were different back then. But it says dogfight on the top of this, and this is another mounted display. So it's like it's a good sturdy board. And we have maneuvers, and then like enemy maneuver choice, bandit, legendary / veteran kills. So this must be maybe the enemy's maneuvers, what they can do and what you can do like in reaction to what they do. You're going to be rolling the dice. Obviously it says down here on the bottom, it says something about an attack roll. So you're going to be rolling the die, but I don't, this is like gibberish to me right now because I don't read the rule books. So this means nothing to me except for it says dogfight. The enemy stuff is listed here at the bottom. So I don't know if this top stuff is also enemy or if it's just down here and this is for you. I'm not sure what this is. So not going to be much help there, but we'll try to piece it all together at the end like we usually do. So that was one of the mounted displays. The rule book, let's see. This is maybe the scenarios. It says declassified, secret, and then it says combat report. It has a date, time, mission, a rendezvous, narrative account, and then it kind of tells you what happened. I think these must be the different scenarios you have to choose from maybe in gameplay. There are 32 of them. No, 4, 5, 8, unless there's another one too. Let's see. This says the history of bomber fighting Squadron 10, January 1945 to November 1945. So that's when this took place. January 2nd to be exact to November 15th of 1945. Gimpy's birthday is November 14th, by the way. So this is history on it. I've seen that included in games before, and I think that's really cool for people who love that kind of stuff and that it's like something that interests you and you want to really know the true history of it. That's what this is, so that's really cool. And there's like actual pictures in here of actual planes and ships and people, and that's really cool. So if that's something that interests you, then this is in the box, so you'll have that to go over as well. We have the player log here. You probably can make copies of this. It's a solitaire game, but that way you can reuse it because it's paper. It's like a thick, I don't know the material, like one of those shiny paper materials. I don't know what it's called, but you can make copies of this, I'm assuming, so you could keep reusing it. But yeah, it just says player log. You write your campaign. So I really think this has the campaigns in it. That's what this must be, is the campaigns. And each campaign, let's see if it says, has a length. If it's long, medium, or short. I don't see that on here, but maybe it says somewhere that I don't see. But that's, I'm guessing what this is. And then there's your player log. Then we have island operations, which opens up. And we have background and just, it says facility, under construction, built and established, just a bunch of words on a tan, very kind of drab color. Add the sparkles to this, you would have me, I would have already read the whole thing. But I don't know, again, it just says island operations, so this is the island operations card. Don't know what that means, don't know what it's for. I'm sorry, I'm not reading it. That's a super drab color, does not interest me, I'm not reading it. But it is the island operations. Carrier operations here, so this is the ship. This must be for things on the island, and this is for on the carrier. So carrier operations, and it shows you the flight deck and the hangar deck, and then all the same bunch of words and numbers that mean nothing to me, but will definitely mean something to you if you're playing this, obviously. Then we have all of these. Okay, maybe these are the scenarios, because there's a bunch of these. And I don't see if it says on the front or the back of these what they are. So I have some, this one's really little. It says Black Sheep Squadron, so this is the squadron card. Black Sheep Squadron. This is the Marines. It said Marines or Navy. This has Marines on it. And maybe all these are like locations, so these must be the scenarios. I don't know, maybe you pick one of these, or maybe you pick a scenario and then it tells you which one of these you're going to use. I'm not sure, because these are like maps and there's numbers and stats listed on them, and they're all different places. Like this one says Navy, this one says Army Air Force, this one says Marines, UK FAA, don't know what that means, but there are a bunch of these. Some of them say Battle of, some of them just say like New Britain on them. So these, I'm not sure which is the scenario, if it's these or it's not this. This is the Black Sheep Squadron card. So I guess it tells you where that squadron was located, or where they moved to, where they were, where they traveled. But that's what that is. And I don't know if that other book was the scenarios or if these are the scenarios, because both of them could be, in my opinion, because the other one tells you about an actual like event, and it says it's confidential, and it tells you when it happened and where it happened and who it involved and what exactly happened. This doesn't have that on it. It's like the location. And it, like this one says, the final stage of the battle to neutralize Rabal took place in 1944. It says stronghold until you destroy target number 41, shuffle destroyed airfield type targets. So you're shuffling the cards. I don't know. I don't know which is which. Maybe the other one is just another one of those historical things that just gives you some information on actual things that happened, and these are the ones you choose from. I really don't know as of yet. So we'll see if we can figure that out, but I'm not promising anything. All right, this, oh no, here we go. These are this is the campaign sheet. It says Corsair Leader linked campaigns. And then it tells you setup, starting aircraft, what you do, campaign maximum aircraft, between campaigns, skills, transitions to a new aircraft and inferior aircraft. So that says campaigns on it. So it doesn't have the actual campaigns on it. It just says that this is linked campaigns. So maybe you can join campaigns together to make them really long or make them more detailed or more in-depth. I don't know. That's my guess because it says linked. So we have linked joining them together in the chain of causation. So if you've never watched King of Queens, you'll not get that reference. Sorry. But then this is a player help sheet. Again, it says starting aircraft attack sequence, SO point cost or SO point cost, stress accumulation, SAR operation experience, bandit movement, and site/bandit attack sequence. What was that? The player help sheet. So this is to help you as the player do something. Key terms. So this is going to help you with key terms. There will be a test at the end of the game to see if you've actually studied this. We'll do a little vocab test on these to see if you studied it. But yeah, I guess it's just so that when you're reading these cards, if you're not familiar with these terms, you'll know. And that's pretty cool because I would not know all of these terms. Even though I know all the words, I wouldn't know exactly what they meant in relation to this. So this is really cool that they included that. So that is the key terms. And then we have the pilot skills. So I guess there's pilot cards that have different skills, and this kind of tells you what each of those does or what each of those gives you. And that's all like the papery information, player aid, player log, rule booklet, history things. I mean, look at all of that. So much. And it doesn't, I know to me, this looks overwhelming. This makes me like, I don't want to read it because I don't want to learn it because I'm never going to get to learn it. But it's not all the rules. Like this whole thing isn't, you don't have to read all of this to be able to play the game. It's all the different components to help you in different campaigns, in different scenarios. You need these things to play. So it's not that you have to master all of this to play. These are just all the cool things you get to help you in the game. So there's that. The counters I like to save till the end. So let's go ahead and look at the cards because I still don't have this. I have a faint idea. I at first thought this was going to be like Locked On. Is that what it's called? Down in Flames. That's DVG, right? That's the one they sent me the planes for. I thought that's what this was going to be like because I saw the cards and I saw that it was a solitaire game and that it came with you know, playing cards that look a little bit like those. So for a second, I thought maybe this is just a new, a different location for that one, like a different war, a different era, but the same game, just in a different time. But now with all these components, I don't obviously think that it is, but we have the target card deck here. So we have that on the, I'm not going to open them up because there's so many of them and I do not want to mix them up and screw it up for Gimpy, so I'm not going to open them. But on the back of this one, it just says Granenman Newbie 3. Picture of a plane with a star on it. I don't know what country that is. It says F2A Buffalo, and then it has like the stats listed on it. So that's on the back of the target card. So I'm guessing this whole deck is the target card deck. And we saw on the mounted board, there was an area for this to go. I'm assuming this is the enemy. This is who you're trying to take down. And I guess depending on what scenario you choose or what campaign you choose, maybe it will tell you a specific one to draw, or maybe you're just going to be drawing at random to see which enemy you're going to be trying to take down. But that is what this deck is for. This is the Aces expansion. So this must be an expansion that comes in with the core box. It just looks like it has more planes for you to operate, I'm assuming. Again, I don't know what that star on the back of that, who that is for, like what country that's for, if that's for a branch of the military, or if that's for a country or whatever. I've said before, not my genre here, like this, that is not my niche. I don't know. If you showed me all the flags, I could pick out a few of them. Most of them I would probably get wrong, and that's sad, but it's the truth. So this is the Aces expansion deck, and then these don't have like a deck title on them. They're all just different decks full of planes. Now this one has like a picture of a real plane on this top card here, and it says Photo Recon. Maybe that is maybe there's what do you call it, like event cards that are kind of mixed in here. But from the rest of these, it looks like it is, like this one says Captain Floyd Salerno. So maybe there's people and planes and event cards all mixed in these different ones. But I'm guessing all of these are the different Navy and Marine planes that you can fly as in your campaigns and in playing. And then this is your target deck, and this is just adding more of, I think, these and possibly the target card to the game, just adding some more into it. So that's all the components. Let's look at the counters. There's a lot of them, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. If you want to see them up close, just get the game, and then you'll be able to take all your time to study these over, because there's a lot of counters. And again, I love it because it says sheet 1 front and back. So I know what the front is and what the back is. And I'm not going to go over like I normally do and say this is what this is, like, and list every single counter on the sheet, or we would be here for a month. We have bullets on the top, or torpedoes or missiles, whatever you want to call them. We have those on the top, and then we have a bunch of planes, some red ones and some blue ones with different names on them. And the names that I see on here, I did see on some of these planes. So those must go hand in hand. So that is the front. On the back looks like the same thing, just slightly different. Maybe if you're taken down or you're taking damage, you flip it to indicate that. So that is the first sheet. Here's the second sheet. We have more planes. And on the bottom, we have some big numbers, 2, 4, and 6. And on the back, 1, 3, and 5. All of these on the front are planes. On the back, these middle ones have people or weapons, or they say no sight or special sight indicator. And then, yeah, planes and weapons. So here is sheet 2 of the counters. Sheet 3 looks like we have some tanks, or like some weapons that you can add on to tanks or planes. We have several that say gung ho, some more numbers, some more planes. Then on the back we have gung ho used. So when you've used these yellow ones here, you flip it and it tells you it's been used. And then these all look the same. There's people on the back of some of these. Yeah, they look a lot like the ones we saw here, but they're obviously going to have different names, different people, different stats on them. So there is a lot to choose from. I mean, there's 8 decks of cards. 6 of them look like they are what you get to choose to play with, unless I'm wrong. So that's why there's so many counters as well. Sheet 4, again, I'm not going to really go through it and explain it all. It looks like we have some sonar stuff up here on the top. recon, intel turn, and more planes. Lots and lots and lots of planes on this one. 5, let's see how many there are. 6, 7, game title. And then there's sheet 1 of 1, and I don't know if those are extras. Here's sheet 5. There is the front. There is the back, more planes, and then on the back, more people. Sheet 6, more planes. On the bottom, more gung-ho. Again, the back of them, it says gung-ho used down here, and these have some people, and some of them have weapons on the back of them. And they say no bandit. These ones here with the black on the top, it says no bandit, and that's what they all say if they look like that. Now we have some flags. We have the American flag. Stress, diligent, focused, different kinds of terms, which I'm sure that key terms will help you in that. More planes, some wings of a plane. That is sheet 7. That is the front, and that is the back. I really love that this included those terms, that like key term sheet, because it will help me so much. If I ever played this game, it would help me a ton. Now, I don't know what this is. It says game title, sheet 1 of 1 front, and then back, and it's more planes. Oh, this is for the expansion deck, I'm assuming. These two are probably part of this that comes with it. So that is the front, that is the back, and then the last sheet here looks like this. I'm guessing those go with that deck. So now that we've looked through everything, try to figure out exactly what we're trying to do. I know it's American. It's involving American because you're playing as the U.S. Marines or the Navy. I know there's scenarios, there's campaigns that you're choosing from, and you're going to be referencing some of these charts here. You have a player aid sheet, you have a log sheet to keep track of everything, and then you have all of these mini planes. It says you're going to, I guess, maybe you choose who you want to play as, and then from who you choose, there's a list of campaigns for each of those squadrons, or maybe you just choose a campaign and the campaign tells you what squadron you're leading. But my true guess is it's obviously taking place during World War II in 1945, from January to November of that year. We read that, so we know that that is true. It is involving the United States. We know that to be true as well, and that's all we know to be true. That's all we know. And I hate to guess anything else because I feel so stupid because I don't know things that I probably should know. I did not pay attention in history class. I just didn't. I'm sorry, but I didn't. So it's the Americans versus the Star People. I don't know who the Star People are, but there's a skull and crossbone there. So that makes me think pirates, which makes me think Caribbean. So you are fighting the Caribbean, the Pirates of the Caribbean is who you are fighting in this game. And I think that's so cool that DVG did that. I love pirates, and that's a great way to get me into the game. So that's who you're fighting. I'm joking. Well, maybe I'm not. What if I was right? That would be like the best thing ever if I was actually right. But that's my guess. That's the guess I'm going to give because I don't want to guess anything else and prove just how dumb I am. But the point of the game is you're trying to take out the enemy. You're trying to defeat whoever your enemy pirate is in the campaign that you choose. You are going to be rolling dice. I do think there's event cards in here because I saw something that said something about a photo op. Where was that one? Going to be the last. There it is. Photo recon. So secondary bonus, place the opportunity and photo counter in the center area. So yeah, I think there's some cards like that in there that can kind of change the game up. And other than that, it's rolling dice, looking at charts, kind of deciding what your tactic's going to be on how to take the target out. So that is my guess. I hope that was a little less vague as my previous ones have been. Americans, Pirates of the Caribbean, you're flying in the planes and you're taking people down. What better way to spend your Saturday night than playing Corsair Leader by DVG Games? So I hope you guys liked this one. I don't know when we'll have another one up because we are moving very soon. And when I say we're busy, I mean we are beyond busy with house things, and then we have kid things because Halloween's coming up and we're gonna have to do all that fun parent stuff. So we're going to be busy, but we're going to try to get maybe another one up before we move. Like I said, after we get settled, you will see a lot more of us, or you will see us more regularly after we've settled in. But if you enjoyed this, please make sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Let us know that you enjoy these so we can keep doing them. And if there's another game you want to see me guess that I haven't already, make sure to comment it or send it to Gimpy in his email. It's all listed below. And I hope you guys are doing wonderful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!